1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Hello, my fellow netizens. Today, I offer you some aerial scenery to feed your eyes, while my words provide some food for thought. Shortly after the notorious B.I.G. gave you a step-by-step booklet to get your game on track, not your wig pushed back, in the 10 Crack Commandments, Robert Greene dropped the 48 Laws of Power. There are some overlap and similarities between the two self-help guides, but where Biggie's manual is fairly lifestyle specific and hopefully largely inapplicable to people listening to this, the Laws of Power has a larger range of applications, and if you pay attention, you might learn something. Consider the law: never outshine the master. If you want to do well in life, you have to know when to check your ego at the door. We all have masters. Don't get butthurt about having a master. Masters range from the night manager at a fast food joint to leaders of countries and many levels in between. Your master could be anyone above you in your chain of command or organizational chart. These people have the ability to make your life easier with greater pay, favorable assignments, or make you suffer and want to quit. They can even leave you completely stagnant as you watch countless people enter the game after you and surpass your position. These masters want to feel secure in their position and superior to those around them. I've observed the smallest, most minor of masters cause the greatest challenge to those below them due to their insecurity, which is often with good reason. These micro-masters are terrified of being passed and lack the skills, talent, or desire to rise on their own efforts. Don't think that by displaying your gifts and talents that are in excess of their abilities, that they will appreciate you and hold you in high esteem. A master who can truly appreciate talents beyond their own is rare. It's simply not worth the risk unless you have figured out what kind of master you have. The average master will probably replace you with someone less threatening at the first opportunity. If you're already good with your master, it's still risky. Favor is fickle, and you can fall out of favor at any time. Consider the story of someone who didn't operate with this law in mind. There was a king and his minister of finance. The minister was generous and loved the good life. Money, hot women, outrageous parties. The minister was living it up. He had made himself valuable to the king, so when someone in a higher position died, the minister thought he would be the obvious replacement. But the king abolished the position. This and other signs made the minister feel that he was falling out of favor with the king, so he decided to throw a party in the king's honor to make amends. This party was crazy. Everyone who was anyone was there. The food and entertainment was unmatched by anything that had ever happened before. The minister's new home was the venue for the party, and this home was an architectural, landscape, and interior design masterpiece. Everything that was done to honor the king. The minister personally gave the king a tour of the estate, and everyone who attended agreed that it was the most amazing affair they had ever attended. The party ran on into the night. The next day, the king had the minister arrested on charges from stealing from the treasury. Ironically, he was stealing from the treasury, but it was on the king's behalf and with his permission. The minister was convicted and sent to an isolated prison where he spent the rest of his life in solitary confinement. Basically, The king wanted to be the best and most admired at all times, and so he got rid of the guy that was stealing his shine. And the next minister that he appointed was quite dull. Don't outshine the master. Galileo, on the other hand, had obeyed the law. Galileo was smart. Math and science was his thing, but he depended on others to fund his lifestyle. He used to give his discoveries and inventions to the wealthy as gifts, and they would give him something of value, but it never sustained him. He was always dependent on the next offer of generosity. How stressful. Eventually, he chose one master and made them feel so important by not dedicating his complete discoveries to anyone but that one house. In response, the one master gave him a permanent position with a nice salary, and he no longer had to worry about his financial situation. Bottom line is, bosses can also be insecure. Don't give them anything to be insecure around you. Even better if you can stroke their ego a bit. Well, that's all for now. Tune in later for some more simplified wisdom.